Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Ethereum, Solana, and injective price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna start with Ethereum on the 2 hour chart to see what happened during, of course, this bull run for the altcoins, where we have a double 1-2, wave 3, wave 4, 5, 4, 5. Finish wave 1 here, or a wave A, and we have a W, X, and a Y, and simply continuation toward the upside with several 1-2s, of course, in the lower part of this impulse. So basically we have a 1-2 here, 1-2, 1-2. We have a wave 3 unfolding. The wave 3 is in the orange. Wave 3 finishing, of course, over there. Currently we're looking for wave 4 after it. However, of course, this wave 3 is not yet finished totally. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish, of course, this wave over there. I would say this can finish around 3,725 and then, of course, start to move toward the downside for a wave 4. In this case scenario, you might seek after, of course, a wave 4 taken from the wave 2. And of course, based on where this wave 5 is going to top. So we cannot yet, of course, give 100% sure. But of course, it's going to be around this area. So basically, we are looking, of course, around the 3,400 as, of course, retracement for a wave 4. And based on the timing here for this wave 4, of course, in case we finish in time somewhere here, of course, we're gonna have around this area as well, meaning it can be very fast wave 4 and then continuation simply toward the upside even during the weekend. We're gonna see. Don't forget that based on alternation, now this is a zigzag wave 2. You might have also kind of like a triangle here in case, of course, the weekend is gonna range and then start to move towards the upside for a wave 5 later on. So basically, this is currently price action. We're looking for 4.545 continuation. Don't forget something very important, that we are still under the 1-to-1 fib level for a wave A. In case that you are in a wave A, you got a wave B here, and you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1-to-1 fib level 4,143. Breaking this area, I would say, of course, therefore we continue simply as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, impulsively toward the upside for the blue scenario. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You would like to see the wave 3 hitting the 6,371 as 1.618 fib level, and then simply continuation for higher in 4 and a 5. So basically, this is a daily, the 2-hour chart. Let's move to the daily to see what's going on the daily. What does it mean for Ethereum to move such a bull run toward the upside? You know, on the daily, we have here several scenarios. If you remember the highest possibility, here we go. It is unfolding even in the daily, where you might be, of course, in a triangle or in a finished W, X, and a Y, or ABC running truncated, I would say, but better to call it W, X, and a Y here, which is, of course, this scenario, W, X, and a Y, where you have, of course, three ways for every structure. You start to move impulsively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 4, and a 5. Remember that this is a double 1-2 scenario, and that means, of course, in a bigger time frame here, you are in a big all-time history, big 1-2, another wave 1, and you have a wave 2 in W, X, and a Y, and currently you're moving towards the upside for wave 3, very massive towards higher prices. However, to make sure that we are not mistaken here, we need, of course, to give priority for the next scenario, which it might be, of course, as you remember, that on the 2-hour chart, I mentioned that somewhere here, we're gonna be closing a 1-to-1 fib level for this impulse, right? Because if you have here kind of like an A, B, and a C, you're gonna finish, of course, exactly 1-to-1 fib level over there, which it might still be a triangle here, a zigzag formation for a wave D, and then proceeding after it for a wave E. So basically, we have, of course, some targets, and we have, of course, some key levels here that we need to watch. The key levels is, of course, taking the 3,973. This is 100, I would say, like 100% you broke the triangle. There is no triangle option. That is this option finished as W, X, and Y. You're moving simply impulsively towards the upside. The next target is gonna be around the 8,000 and 7,000 for Ethereum. That was it for Ethereum. Let's see the next one, which is Solana. So looking at Solana at the 2 hours chart here, we are also in a potential impulse towards the upside, where you have a big impulse wave 1 or wave A. B can be finished, of course, around the $230. Don't forget that this might be a big ABC here, unfolding toward the upside. Now, currently inside this wave, if we zoom in, we have, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 1 or wave A, and then given a potential triangle here. In case you are in a wave A, I would say the triangle here can be perfect for a wave B, and you start to see here an impulse unfolding, of course, towards the upside as a 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, and a 5 for higher prices. The wave 5 has to hit, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level, taken already from this wave A to the wave B. And as you can see, the 1-to-1 fib level has been already almost hit, but it's not finished yet. This impulse can, of course, be like several 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5, of course, to finish a little bit overshooting above it. And this is gonna finish, of course, an A, B, and a C in case you are in this corrective wave. In case we are in a 1, 2, your wave 2 can be done here, and you're having another 1, 2 here, another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish your wave 3, and then 4, 5, 4, 5 continuation toward the upside. Currently, inside this wave, we are looking still to finish, of course, this wave 5. Inside, of course, this double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish a wave 5 in the yellow scenario as given here, right? Your yellow scenario is your wave 2 there, where you have an 1, A, B, and a C, wave 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 towards the upside. So basically, I would say 1-to-1 fib level can be, of course, perfection hit, a little bit overshooted can be also, but it's very close, of course, to finish is this 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 towards the upside, and then start the move towards lower prices. Yep, so basically this is for Solana on the lower time frame. Now, if we dive a little bit on the bigger time frame, for the daily, on the daily for Solana, we're looking at bullish scenarios, but all bullish scenarios that we have, which are 1, 2 here, and another wave 1, you're looking for a wave 2. Potentially, you still need, of course, currently, of course, 3 waves down to hit this area, and then moving towards the upside. In case you are in a leading diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. For your wave 4, you need, of course, a wave still C to finish up this wave 4, and then continuation toward the upside in a wave 5. Final scenario can be a finish zigzag. Wave A finished, and you're looking after a wave B, of course, 3 waves, and continuation as well for higher prices. Now, basically, you have kind of like a corrective wave. Here can be a wave A. And of course, we might see here a wave B toward the upside as a zigzag unfolding 1-to-1 fib level. Can be even an expanding flat wave B, turning, of course, this into an A, B, and a C toward the downside to finish up, of course, the 3 corrective waves needed, of course, to continue for higher prices. So basically, I would say this is unfolding perfectly right now for Solana. Basically, we need to see 3 structural waves before we move down again. So I would say even the all-time high can be taken for Solana, definitely for the old season. And then, of course, start to look for a wave C later on. Now, of course, there is another possibility, which I doubt it a little bit, but can be. Now, there is a problematic thing here inside this move toward the upside here, right? So if you count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have a little bit problem with your wave 5 here, yeah? It doesn't look impulsive. Therefore, what if that this is not a wave 5, and that you have a wave 4 here very extended, and that you have another wave 5 toward the upside? Now, this is going to be confirmed, of course, based on that price action exactly at this area. If I see that the price action is gonna overshoot the fib level for a wave B, therefore I'm gonna start to consider this as an impulse, considering this is a big expanding flat for a wave 4, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. But we're gonna take it step by step, because anyway, we're looking for higher right now, whether we are in a wave B or a wave 5. Everything is fine, but I prefer, of course, to be sure with the price action here. It's gonna give me an answer exactly what's going on. However, if that happens, if we are in a wave 5 over there, Therefore, we have to consider a new 3 waves towards the downside to start, of course, again for Solana. That was for Solana. Let's move for Injective. On the 2 hours chart for Injective, we are looking also at the following price. We have an impulse toward the upside, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finished wave 1, or a wave A, of course, can be as well finished over there. The wave A here has, of course, a potential wave B finished over there, and you're looking for a wave C toward the upside. Now, basically, I would say that this scenario can be, of course, possible, but still a little bit far from the target. You still need, of course, a very high target for this one, because the 1-to-1 fib level can be, if we want to take it here or even there, because there are 2 possibilities, alternative scenarios. So here we go. $22.2 for Injective, still very possible for 1-to-1 fib level. And that means, of course, that you might still unfold something as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 to reach anyways this area. And it is very clear it's going to be very fractal and very expanding toward the upside sooner or later. If we dive inside it here after this wave 1 and 2, of course, you can have ABC or WX and a Y. And here you can consider this as an ending diagonal, meaning wave 1 can be here as well, then having the same WX and a Y, meaning in both case scenarios, this is a 1, 2 here, unfolding a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for another wave 1, ABC for a wave 2, having multiple 1, 2s, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. To finish, of course, this wave 3 can be, of course, a wave C finished only there. Yeah. So basically, I'm still looking for higher for Injective to be very fractal, by the way. $22 is the next target. Don't forget, on the daily for Injective, we are very, very bullish. We are looking, of course, for the following scenarios, which are also very close to render and FET, for example, where you have A, B, C finished. You're looking for wave B finished again after a wave A, 3 waves down, continuation for a wave C. Impulsively, target is $60. If you have an impulse here, can be 1, 2, another impulse given, 1, 2, very massive impulse toward the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, target at least $89. Final scenario is a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least taking simply the high in an impulse as well. That was it for Injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.